Hey, you gotta cook and clean and wash everything. Smile and grin and hand your man that pen so he can write that check, paying all your bills. And he'll give it to you and you'll give it to him and say, woo, 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 woo. How does that feel? What is up, y'all? I hope you guys been having a wonderful week so far. I know mine. It's been, it has its ups and downs, but at the end of the day, I am here, I am alive, I have everything that I need to function and do what I need to do, and I hope you all have been finding a way to think and process into that as well for your life. For those who are new, I am Tia Joy. What is up? Thank you guys so much for tuning to my channel. I have a brand new review that I'm going to be doing, but if you missed last week, I did Madea's Big Happy Family the play versus Madea's Big Happy Family the movie. And if you missed that, don't worry, I got you. Check this clip out. Monroe is not in here, so and Monroe was funny, but it's okay because I feel like the replacement for Monroe was Joe. And you guys know, if you've seen my reviews, I am Team Joe all day. I love Joe. He is so much. So if you want to see more of that, you can click the link above. I'll have it for you so you can check the rest of it out. But today, I'm super excited. I'm about to talk about, you already know, Madea Goes to Jail, the play, versus Madea Goes to Jail, the movie. Now, before I get into that, I need you to do a couple of things. First of all is I have books available, and all the books are in my description box. I have journals, I have notebooks, a planner. I was a calendar, even though that wasn't the worst, but it's okay. I got a planner. I have gratitude journals. I have prayer journals. I have a financial book. So if you want to be more on track with your finances, and it's crazy when you're sitting there and looking at all the numbers and putting it all together and seeing and keeping track of manage your money. It's a lot. Not say that I've been going crazy spending, because I really have not, but just seeing it is sometimes a little bit overwhelming. But at the end of the day, it's good so I can be aware and know what I'm bringing in and then how much more I'm going to need. So, but at the end of the day, I'm grateful that I'm learning how to manage my money. So if you're on track with me with that, go ahead and get those books as well. Plus I have a Tithes and Offering and Firstfruit tracker book as well, and all of that is available on Amazon. So check those books out and get that in your life so you can be on the road to great planning for the rest of this year, which we're almost done with April and we're hitting May, so get them super fast. And not only that, I need to do another thing, which is, if you have not yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell and turn on that notification on it, so that way you can be in the know when I upload a new video. So Madea Goes to Jail, the play versus the movie, and I could just say both of them are both legendary movies to me. I like them both. Like, they're both really good. So you have the play, and for this one, with the comparison and going the verses, these two are actually different. So in the past, if you see my other videos, I talked about that sometimes with Tyler Perry, when he creates a movie from the play, it's either going to be the same or different, and this is another one where it is actually different. So let's start with the play. So the play, we have good old Madea. Then we also have Leo, we have Wanda, we have Vanessa, Sunny, Nate, Jeremy, we have Tony, Chico, Ella, Pete, and Kate. So we have all these characters, and it's very interesting because in the play, Madea actually starts off in jail, but in the movie, Madea doesn't. Madea is being Madea. And so I kind of like the connection between Meet the Browns and Madea Goes to Jail. So you can pretty much see with Madea Goes to Jail, it's a continuation of what happened in Meet the Browns, which happened a little bit later. So I actually like how Tyler was able to combine that. But in the movie, we have a completely different name change. So the only person that's a returner is Madea. Madea is the only one. So yeah, Madea is the only one that actually returns from, that's actually the same from the play. But in this movie, we have Josh, we have Candy, we have TT, we have Donna, we have Leroy, good old Mr. Brown, we have Linda, we have Chuck, we have Cora, we have Ellen, we have Ella, we have Big Sal, which I thought was super crazy, meeting her in jail. We have Judge Maybelline and Dr. Phil up in here, and also Judge Mathis. And you know, just all of these characters, like, it was just so funny. Even though, like, with the movie and the play, yes, it's definitely different because once again, Madea goes to jail, but in the play, Madea went to jail because of the gas. But in the movie, Madea went to jail because it's something completely different. So just to see that, the storyline definitely does change from the play and the movie, because with the play, we have Sunny and we have Vanessa, and they're married and they have a baby. And Sunny actually works at the jail. And then we also have Wanda, who is the attorney. And we have that whole story. But with the movie, we actually, I guess it can say it still has that lawyer type conversation type story going on, except for instead of Josh, it pretty much, yeah, I would basically say it mostly just has to do with attorneys and, you know, them being in court and having all these cases. And with the movie, there wasn't really any prostitution thing going on, but with the movie it kind of was. And so I thought that was interesting. And plus also with the play, we have Madea, when Madea actually does get out of jail, Madea actually takes on Tony, who is the daughter of Katie. So once again, just a lot of story changes, but at the end of the day, they're both great movies, I believe, once again. So I could definitely say there was some definitely funny scenes. So I'm going to get into the play. So the funny scenes with the play is, I love the whooping scene. Like, that scene is super, super funny because, you know, Tony's this little rebellious child. And I just love how, you know, I'm not saying all parents should whip their kids, but some kids, they need a spanking. And so I'm not trying to be mean, but that whole, it's just so crazy how the discipline between back in the day versus where it is now is completely different. Like, parents go to jail for putting hands on their kids, and it's like, wow, now the system, the world had to show you how to discipline because certain disciplines is not right. But those disciplines that happened actually kept us in check. So it's just crazy how the discipline is totally different. If you know, have something to say about that, definitely put it in the comments. I would love to hear your opinion about that. The second one that I like is with the movie is I always love the singing. I love the singing. So I love that whole Ella singing. Like, that was just super funny. When you gotta cook and clean and wash everything, smelling great. Like, I love that part. That was like my favorite one. But also I love the singing with Madea and them going old school. Like, that was super, super funny when they were doing like, clean up woman is a woman who, I just love that whole like scene, like all that. But the funny thing is with that scene is when Jeremy starts saying, oh, I got one, they're all like, and then when he was like, this is BET. That was so messed up, but he gave him a chance, and it was so funny. But he did it good. I really love that scene. That was my favorite scene. And my other scene is, of course, when Madea tells Tony not only how to pray, but talking about the story of the Bible and getting all of the characters mixed up. Say the reason why Peter got distracted because Jonah in the well came swimming underneath, and it's like, Jesus save me. He's like, no, it's okay, I gotta go to Calvary, but I want to see your helper. And guess who came through? Noah came rolling in the boat, and then he upgraded the boat, turned it into the cruise ship. I said, I'm so done with Madea. Like, remix the whole thing. Say, read your Bible and you will learn something. And it's like, but obviously you remixed the whole story. So that part was just too funny. Like, I love that part. That was super, super funny. Now, when it comes to the movie was super, super funny. First of all, you have Madea going to Dr. Phil, which is, that whole conversation was crazy. I love that scene. And then you have, first of all, you have Joe, who is crazy, and he has this whole party in Medea's house. Medea's like, who is all these people at my house? And they're just crazy. And he just, and all of them just, you know how it's kind of crazy how normal when you see high schoolers, so they got parties, but just to see so many older elderly folks, and Joe put it on this house party for the elderly, it's just too crazy. And all the friends, and you know, they still got it, they still got that swag, even though they a little bit older, but they still got that swag. That was just too much. So I love that scene. But I also like when Madea when Medea's trying to find a parking spot, that part was too funny. Like, I know dang well, excuse me, did you not see me? I was trying to take that parking spot. Like, that whole thing, that whole scene was just too much. Like, that was crazy. He's like, if you want to come get me, tell your husband to come get me. Like, that was crazy. And then of course with the scene with, you know, Medea's at the lawn and they ready to come after her and invite her and everything, it was just too much. That whole scene was hilarious. Like, yo. And not only that, but also, which one? Oh, when Madea is in jail and Madea fights Big Sal and have those conversation words, I am Madea, mud to the day, DEA. Like that, he's like, I'm Big Sal, and I guess I gotta break you in. Like that whole thing, like that was just too funny. But yeah, that whole scene with Madea in jail, that was just too much. Madea fighting Big Sal, like I love that. But yeah, but I just love the movie and the play. They both had the comedy, they both had the lessons, most definitely. And there was definitely some lessons from both of them that I could say is similar. Yeah, it's similar in a way. But so the first lesson I learned is people in your life is going to come and go. People are in your life for different seasons, and you just have to recognize which once if the season is over, it's over. And I know for me, I definitely personally, with my experience, I definitely came across that where people are in your life for a specific season, and once they're gone, they're gone. And if they choose to come back, you know, and it's up to you as the individual if you want to continue or not. But if not, and if they walk out and they go, just let them go. And I personally have learned that. And you know, as I live life, I realize that some relationships are not fighting for, and it's just okay to let it go and let it be. And if it is worth it, it will stay. And I like how Madea used the whole example of people being like a tree, like an example as the people come to your life like a tree. Like there's some people who are rooted and grounded, and they're your roots, which means no matter what season you're in or what you go through, they're always going to be with you. And I definitely have found that in my life. And if you found them, you know, definitely type in hallelujah, yep, hallelujah, I got my roots, people. And then you got some people who are just going to be like leaves. They wither to and fro, and there's moments they're going to be there, there are moments they're going to be gone. And so I've learned that. But one thing I'm grateful for, that even though people they have come into my life and they come and go, one thing I definitely say I am grateful that I have done was my part at the end of the day. I'm grateful that I had that positive attitude. I had that caring heart. You know, I showed up. I'm not that person where it's like I say and I don't do. I let my actions speak for myself. And I also got receipts. Period. So can't nobody say you did not. And I didn't do it just to say, you know, that, you know, I've done this and this for them. I did it because it was in my heart, and because it's something that I wanted to do because I care. And so I'm glad that I was able to plant those seeds regardless if I got it back from them or not. And yeah, there were moments where it was a little bit disappointing where I didn't get it back. But that's because, you know, people like to talk and say, oh, I love you. And, you know, they do a lot of talking. And sometimes I feel like they say it because they want you to stay, but even though they themselves don't do anything to live up to that. But I know me, I'm just not a talker, I'm a doer as well. So I make sure that my words line up with my actions, and I'm just grateful that I have done my part, period. And And that's all that matters. So once they're gone, I don't have no regrets at all, because I done my part and I served my part in that season, and it's done and over with. So yeah, so people are going to come into your life for certain seasons, and you just got to be okay with that once the season is up, it's up. The second lesson I learned is definitely forgiveness of people who do hurt you. And that's still the journey that I am on myself. Not saying that for me, I do forgive people. And I know I said this before, it's just knowing, the step of walking forward. I've learned how to forgive and let people go. But the one thing I know that I still have to work on for myself is, even if I don't get an apology, to how to deal with that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, my intention is not to hurt. And I've always got that personality where I want to uplift people and encourage people, and that's just what I do. But when I become that punching bag where I receive something negative, when I am hurt and I do express it, sometimes I feel like that person they choose not to understand where I'm coming from, and then they make the matters worse by their words. And it's like, okay. And then it just digs a hole deeper where it's like, it's not necessary. Because if someone expressing to me and saying, hey, I felt this way about you, and I get that understanding, like, okay, I will do what I can and not do that again, and I will apologize. But for some reason, when it comes to me, it's not the same. It's not like that. There is no understanding. It's a lot of misunderstanding. My words get twisted up, and it's completely different. And I don't know. I'm just still a work in progress in learning how to forgive and walking forward. And if I don't receive an apology, I think that's the biggest thing. And that person chooses not to change, or to receive an understanding of where I'm coming from. I think that's, for me, that's the biggest thing I'm dealing with right now, is trying to be okay with that. If people choose not to, apologize and do their part to live with what they say, I had to learn how to be okay with that. In order for a relationship to work, you have to have an understanding where the other person's coming from too. It can't just be one-sided.
I just want to pause real quick. And one thing that I did forget to mention is that I've just talked about how I'm learning how to forgive you, even though I don't receive an apology. One thing I realized with Candace, something that Madea did say is, forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for you. And so with Candace, when she got to a place of forgiving Josh, because in her mind for a long time, she thought that Josh just abandoned her and knew about things that didn't stick up for her, and she forgave him anyway. And when she expressed that later on, even though he didn't say anything like, I'm sorry, but later on he realized that he could have done more with his friendship, with his relationship, and could have fought a little bit more and actually get an understanding. And when he finally got that, he apologized and actually put in work to save their relationship. And also, when I mentioned about people come and go in your life in seasons, even though they were separated for a while, when they finally rekindled and came back, one thing that they did was they were able to express and talk and receive each other in each other's lives again. But they had to get to a point of being transparent and opening up about what hurted them and caused them to separate. And now that they have that understanding, they were able to rekindle their relationship and move forward, but this time with more understanding on both sides and owning up to what they missed out in the past and what they could have done better, and they worked on it. And now moving forward, they can be more transparent and more honest with their relationship, which is something that I definitely did learn.
At the end of the day, but that's definitely learned, is to forgive and fully forgive, including all of, if they don't apologize, in the mix of that too. I mean, it's the same thing that Jesus had to do when he was on the cross. He said, Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they do. And so just trying to find that type of strength, even though, they choose not to understand. But at the same time, I'm a work in progress, and I know eventually, as I continue to live life, God's definitely going to help me to work with that. But that's all that I have. Those are the two lessons that I definitely learned. If you agree, go ahead and put it in the comment section below. Tell me what you think. Tell me your favorite scenes or what you liked about both play or movie, or if you like the play better than the movie, or you like the movie better than the play. whatever one. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not yet, go ahead and check out my other videos that I have available as well. And I've been doing a lot of Tyler Perry, so make sure you go and check those out, plus my other videos. I have so many, so check them out. Put in the comments what you like about them, your favorite scenes, your favorite moments, whatever. Tell me your opinions, what you think, the lessons you learned that helped you. I would love to hear all of that. Also hit the subscribe button and like this video if you liked it. Go ahead and hit the like button. Also hit the bell and turn that notification on so that way you'll be instantly notified when I upload a new content. Shout out to Tyler Perry once again. You did it again with these movies. I know that some people love them, some people don't like them, but at the end of the day, I'm a big fan, so I appreciate these movies. They're great life lessons, and I absolutely love them. So thank you guys so much for watching. I cannot wait to see you all in the next video. And don't forget, y'all, don't just make good choices, but wise ones.